Without further ado, I would like to introduce our wonderful presenters today. We are joined by Andy Beck, Director of Choral Publications for Alfred Music, and Krista Hart, Associate Choral Editor and Alfred Music Clinician. Andy and Krista, thanks so much for being with us today. I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Michaela, and good morning to you, Krista.
Good morning, Andy. I'm so excited to be on here today and ready to show off our new releases for elementary choirs and general music classrooms.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We've always had so much fun at Pender's Sing-a-bration because folks sing and we dance and we explore new resources, and it's like a playtime, all the while preparing ourselves for the coming school year, which we hope will be a little bit like a new normal that resembles the old normal.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. I wanted to point out that today, I would say 96% of this presentation is brand new resources and repertoire. You may, if you were with us last year, see a title or two that is a repeat because they're a favorite of ours. And as we know, not many people got to sing together last year, so we're highlighting a couple of favorites along the way. I think it's time to just get started. And like I always do, I start every rehearsal, every session with a little bit of a warm-up. So my favorite warm-ups come from the Vocalize series, which you see on the screen here. There is the main book of 45 exercises that teach us technique through their lyrics. There's a canon collection if you're a fan of canons. We'll talk a little more about that later. And this year we have these new sing-along slide sets. We've got set 1 with 25 exercises on slides that came out of the original book, and set 2 with 25 additional vocal warm-ups. Set 2 includes 15 brand new, never before seen exercises. And those slide sets are very nice because, well, we can show you one right now. If we go to the next slide, this is what you receive, a slide with the set that you can project at the front of the room. There's an embedded audio accompaniment so students can sing along there. Or if you do have students working at home or asynchronously, you can always email these slide sets and put them into your learning platforms of your choice and let kids be practicing at home. So back to basics this year. We're going to gather back on those risers and start with very basic vocal concepts like great posture. I describe posture like this. Feet are planted on the ground, knees and hips and chest align. That sort of gives us that straight spine. Shoulders are always relaxed, even when you breathe. Your arms are hanging down and your head is balanced straight on the spine. This exercise invites you to sing that exact concept with the lyrics. Let's sing it twice at home. Good. And moving on to our next slide, the pink ones come from set 2 of the Vocalize sing-along slides. And this one is all about good sitting posture. After all, we're probably not going to stand for the entire rehearsal, and we should teach good sitting posture. It's this simple. Imagine that from the waist up, everything is still aligned as if you were still standing from the waist. So as the lyrics say, you may be sitting in a seat, but you're standing from the waist. You may be resting your feet, but you're standing from the waist. We're going to sing this along twice at home. The second time through, go ahead and sing the optional italic text for a different take on the same exercise. And that's to remind students to slide forward to the front of their seat and not rest their back on the backrest for good singing posture. Let's do standing from the waist. Yes, very good. Now it's time to get into some choral music. I want to open up with this song called Music Is. It's a song all about what music means to us personally in our lives, and it really turns into a great advocacy song. It was very fun to write because it was a commission, and I collaborated with students from the choir in Piper City, Illinois. These students got a writing assignment from their teacher, just a brief writing prompt. Music is ... and fill in a few sentences about what music means to you. They sent their answers to me, and I was able to take their ideas and sort of put them together into a complete rhyming text all about how important music is and how it touches our lives. Now, there is some narration toward the end. In the octavo, you will see narrations provided by those students, but I invite you to make this piece customized to your group. Ask your students to do a little bit of this same writing prompt and put your own narrations in that interlude. Let's review together, and please sing along at home. Music is.
Music is a feeling that comes from deep inside, a way to show emotion that cannot be denied. It's a colorful expression, an amazing work of art. It's beauty, it's wonder, it's the beating of my heart.
Music is a creative opening, a spark of inspiration, an invitation to express myself.
Music is the reason I get up in the morning. It always makes my day better.
A story, a calling, and a way to find my voice, my voice. Music all day, music all day, music all day, music all day. Music
Maybe a song like that could be your theme for the entire school year, enjoying the gift that music is to all of us. Now, here's a song that I constructed with the idea of your youngest choir. This is a great one on a subject that students will know, jigsaw puzzles, with some really tricky techniques for basic part singing. It's kind of like a partner song. Each of the two voice parts are their own independent melodies. One is sung alone, the second is sung alone, and then they lock together much like a puzzle would. Now I'm going to use a little demonstration. You'll notice that I use a lot of rests in this song. So notes and rhythms are the positive space in this song, and all of the rests are the negative space in this song. When the two parts come together, one fills in where the other left off, and you get a complete locking puzzle. Now, folks know that I like a little bit of symbolism in my lyrics. So this is not only about voice parts working together, but even different points of view coming together in cooperation. My favorite lyrics are, the pieces are scattered, not broken, but when they fit back together, you have a wonderful work of art.
First, we start assembling part by part, one by one. The puzzle will get done. First, we start very smart, piece by piece and part by part, one by one. Oh, what fun! We will get the puzzle done. First we start very smart, assemble piece by piece and part by part, one by one, oh what fun, the puzzle will get the puzzle done. The pieces are scattered, not broken, and though they have come apart, when they fit back together, we'll have a wonderful world. Bit by bit, the pieces start to fit. Here and there, they all belong somewhere. Yes, that's it. Bit by bit, all the pieces start to fit. Over here, over there, all of them belong somewhere. Yes, that's it. Bit by bit, the pieces start to fit. Here, over here, and there, over there, they all of them belong somewhere. The pieces are scattered, not broken, and though they have come apart, when they fit back together, we'll have a wonderful world. We'll have a wonderful work of art. First we start very smart. First we start very smart. First we start very smart. Let's make a work of art.
Yeah, there really is nothing quite as effective as a partner song to make the journey from unison to two-part singing. Those independent voice parts that really feel like melodies are so easy to learn and really give students that feeling of true harmony when the parts come together. In this next collection, Partners in Song by Mary Donnelly and George Streed, each of the songs is sung 3 times through. Once on a main melody, perhaps a song that you already know. Secondly, on a melody that they have constructed. And the third time, the 2 parts work together. Here's a little video to tell us more.
Partners in Song. 10 playful partner songs for young singers, arranged with new words and music by Mary Donnelly and George L.O. Streed. A familiar song plus an original counter melody equals instant harmony. This fun-filled collection gathers familiar folk songs, spirituals, and holiday tunes into a practical resource you can use on stage and in the classroom all year long. Reproducible singer pages included in the book make it easy for students to find and mark their individual lines, which are guaranteed to develop part singing skills. PDF song sheets and audio are included on the enhanced CD, or download these assets online.
Yes, and that last one, wow, they even snuck in a triple partner song with 3 melodies that all go together. Hi, Krista. That was a wonderful voiceover. I heard our familiar voice on there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to hear myself recorded when I'm here live.
I'm going to let you take over for a few minutes. Have fun.
All right, thanks. Well, in addition to partner songs, rounds and canons are also a great way, a wonderful tool to build those part singing skills. So these are especially useful if you're looking for some music that can help you rebuild your ensemble singing after this crazy year we've had, and so want something that will come together very easily for you. So a merry round is a cheerful traditional English round. We're going to trade leadership on that canon as we go through, and for each verse we're going to modulate up a little higher. On the final verse we're going to add in a descant, followed by just a few measures of harmony to rehearse. Best of all, you can use this piece year-round because in addition to the general text, Russ Robinson has given us an optional text to use for holiday programs. The piano accompaniment track is available as a downloadable MP3, or it's included on our Piano Tracks 13 CD. Let's listen to A Merry Round.
Cheerful glee, oh how happy we will be.
right. Next up, Kyle Pederson. He made a big splash last year with his piece, Bringers of Noise. If you didn't catch that last year, make sure you check it out after the session. His newest piece with Alfred is called Ubuntu, and it's based on a South African idea of community and caring for each other. So this is an energetic exploration of that philosophy, and it offers a lot of opportunities for you to craft a truly unique performance. He's included some percussion parts, and you can add to those, you can subtract from those, whatever you need, whatever your group can accommodate. There's a lot of call and response singing, and on the call part, you could feature a soloist, maybe someone from your group, or a guest soloist, maybe someone from the community. One of the key aspects of this piece is the spoken word. And Kyle gives you a fully notated spoken word part in the music, but he also encourages you to use that as a jumping off point for a discussion with your singers about their own communities and what they would like to see in their community. Then have the students write their own text to go in that spoken word part. Lots of opportunities here for diverse and dynamic performances. This is Ubuntu by Kyle Pederson.
There is a word in South Africa, Ubuntu, which means that we are all connected in a very real way. When we live Ubuntu, humanity thrives and the world becomes a better place.
I share with you, I share with you, you share with me, you share with me. I care for you, I care for you, you care for me, you care for me. That's how the world should be. You and you for me, there's unity when we live Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity. Believe in Ubuntu. Sisters and brothers, stand for each other, stand for each other. Grow with the journey, grow with the journey. Show grace and mercy, show grace and mercy. That's how the world should be. I for you and you for me, there's unity when we live Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity. Believe in Ubuntu.
There's so much we can do to live and breathe Ubuntu. Speak up for another. Stand up for each other.
None of us is an island. Isolation is terrifying. What we learned from the virus is connection defines us.
So can we give love and can we live peace? Can we be the hands and feet that the whole world needs?
Time to make a friend. Time to make amends. Reach out and bridge the gaps. Let the walls of hate collapse.
And build trust. Fill lives with hope. What you put into the world will well up and overflow.
Ubuntu, Ubuntu, Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity when we live Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity. Believe in Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity when we live Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity. Believe in Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity when we live Ubuntu. I for you and you for me, there's unity. Believe in Ubuntu. Let's live Ubuntu. Come on, live Ubuntu.
Such a cool piece. Okay, next up is a great idea that's been borrowed from English and history classrooms, Reader's Theater. Anna Wentlent has put together a collection of brief, educational, and entertaining scripts that depict historical events in music. This is just the kind of activity that's going to bring a burst of energy into your general music classroom. Reader's Theater is a strategy for developing fluency and public speaking skills. Students develop confidence as readers and learn to read with expression by using the full range of their voice, using facial expressions and gestures, all things that translate very well to your performing groups as well. And all of this takes place in a collaborative environment that really encourages cooperation. The scripts cover everything from Guido d'Arezzo developing music notation, to Marian Anderson performing at the Lincoln Memorial, to hip hop emerging in the Bronx. Each script has a teacher page that includes background music suggestions, prop ideas, and discussion questions. So you can really set the stage in your classroom and get everybody in the spirit. And you should encourage your students to try out accents and to get into character and really kind of act out. If you want, you could make this into a performance opportunity. Just combine a few scripts that are on a common theme, and you could present these at a school assembly or in your classroom as an informance. These Reader's Theater scripts are also standards-based. In the national standards, students are asked to place artistic ideas and works within their proper context for a deeper understanding. So they want to answer questions like, why is this style of music worth studying? Or how can music help us understand our own history? The actor's account of famous and not so famous musical moments can help answer those questions and provide the context and the connection between a style of music and the time and place that it came from. So please be sure to check out the actor's account of famous and not so famous musical moments. Another new classroom resource for you is Music Go Round. It's a new reproducible collection of 100 puzzle pages for young musicians that I actually put together. You get some classic puzzles like word searches, but also some fun new ones like rhythm hunts and musical mix-ups and more. It covers concepts you're already teaching in your elementary general music classes. And these puzzles are great for bell work, lesson extensions, homework activities, or substitute teachers. You can photocopy the pages from the book, and you also get, with the purchase of the book, a PDF version, so you can access it from home, from work, or wherever you may be teaching from that day.
Sounds awesome. Perfect. Thank you, Krista. I've been sitting still for too long, so it's time to try a little choreography, and I hope you at home will try with me. This is the famous Safaris song, Wipeout. You know that drum solo? Yes, everybody recognizes the song right from the drum solo. I'm going to show you just a couple of very simple moves that you can incorporate in your performance. Maybe I can go full screen so you see me. Now, this is sort of an ocean sunny song, so we're going to do some swimming. You know how to swim forward from your shoulders. We bring those arms and extend. I'm being a little small right now so I can fit on the screen. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Another thing you'll need to know is this sort of elbows pull back. So I've got my fist up. My elbows are about shoulder height. Facing to the right, pull them back 2 times and clap, then left. Back 2 times and clap. Swim, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do a dive. Hold your nose with your left, and your index finger goes from high to low, and we really crouch down, 2, 3, 4. When you are resting, just boogie forward and back. So if I were doing part 1, I get to swim for 4 counts. Then I get to boogie front and back for 4. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, boogie front and back. 3. Now try those elbows. 2 times right with a clap, 2 times left with swim. 2, 3, 4, and dive. Good. There's even a part in this where we do some body percussion back and forth, like I'll clap a pattern, da, da, dee, da, do, da, 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 da. You do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's type of stuff. Enjoy Wipeout. I hope your students have fun with that one. It's also featured in a new musical put together by myself and Brian Fisher. This musical is called Hawaiian Beach Party, and it is a 30-minute presentation for two-part singers and easily adapts into unison. Before we run the video demo, I want to extend a really sincere thanks to our Hawaiian expert, Amanda Lippert, who helped us with the authenticity. Amanda has been an elementary music teacher in Hawaii for many, many years and is their past president of the Hawaii Music Educators Association. I'll tell you, her cultural excellence and sensitivity made this so fun to write. We learned a lot of things that we are excited to share with you. Now here's a video demo, Hawaiian Beach Party. Hawaiian Beach Party, a 30-minute staycation presentation for two-part singers by Andy Beck and Brian Fisher.
We're gonna have a party underneath the sun, a special celebration meant for everyone. So hurry on down to the ocean side, and later we can catch a wave and take a ride. Let's have a party, ooh, Hawaiian Beach Party.
Hosted by Principal Pederson and Kumu Leilani, our cultural guide, the kids at this party not only sing and dance to several Hawaiian hits, they also learn about the traditions, beliefs, and language of the land.
Let's have a party, ooh, Hawaiian Beach.
Hawaii is a land of many traditions, and one of their most treasured is the enchanting dance called hula.
Lovely hula, lovely hula, standing at the standing at the riding and the swirling winds over the valley. Lovely hula hand, lovely hula hand.
There is a Hawaiian proverb that says that the land is chief, and we are its servants. So we must all care for the earth. Ooh. Yes, Malama Aina honors everything in this wonderful world.
Trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Kealaka what?
Kealakekua. I visited there as a kid.
That's a place?
Sure it is. It's a little vacation spot on the Big Island.
I'm just a little Hawaiian and a homesick boy. I wanna go back to my fishing point. I wanna go back to my little grass shack in Kealakekua, Hawaii, where the hula go swimming by.
Pronunciation guides and production notes were created with the help of Hawaiian experts to ensure that your staging, costuming, and decor are both effective and authentic.
Before we go, there's just one more thing.
What's that?
How about we all do our best to share aloha with each other and our world?
Yes, hope you were dancing along at home on that finale there. The song that you heard, What a Wonderful World, in that musical is also a single octavo, and this is my arrangement based on the recording by the Hawaiian artist Israel Kamwakawiwole. He's the large man with the ukulele who we all love his music. I tried to capture that flavor with some ukulele on the track. There are chords throughout here, so if you or someone you know plays the ukulele, just follow those chord symbols and play along. My counter lines are unique in that they really capture some Hawaiian flavor using the word aloha as a repetitive ostinato to accompany the piece. Let's review.
Trees of green and red roses too. I watch them
And if you are one of the lucky teachers who have ukuleles in your classroom and are making that part of your curriculum, I want to share with you this interactive ukulele method called Ukulele Explorer. This is completely interactive on-screen lessons. There are 10 lessons included. Each includes 10 lessons included, 6 screens for each lesson. First, a tune your ukulele screen. Secondly, a chord is taught. Third, an exercise to practice that chord. A strum pattern is taught, and then an exercise to practice that strum pattern. And then they all come together beautifully on screen 5, where students will play with a popular song. So this is not Go Tell Aunt Rhody. No, they're going to play songs like Roar and Best Day of My Life, Riptide, or Don't Stop Believin', or One Call Away throughout this method. And finally, the 6th screen of every lesson in this method will be some type of a review activity or little assessment. Here's a video to teach you more.
Ukulele Explorer. 10 ukulele lessons with strum-along songs by Danielle, Bayert, and John Stone. A must-have resource for any music classroom equipped with ukuleles. The creative pair of authors, one a general music teacher, the other a private ukulele instructor, has assembled an amazing interactive journey to quickly get your kids playing a host of familiar pop songs, including Roar, Best Day of My Life, Over the Rainbow, Riptide, and more. To begin, touch any of the islands to navigate to a specific lesson. Each lesson starts with tuning the instrument, then introduces a chord and a strum pattern. Next, incorporate the chord or pattern into a brief exercise for isolated practice before strumming along with an engaging performance piece. The culminating activity for each lesson is an interactive assessment. In addition to the software, reproducible PDFs of chord diagrams, ukulele charts, and singer pages for each song are provided. Embedded with fret diagrams, hand position photos, rhythmic chants for every new pattern, helpful getting started screens, plus appealing demo and play-along tracks, the adventure is only a few clicks away. Ukulele Explorer is compatible with all interactive whiteboards and both Mac and PC operating systems, and can even be operated with just a computer and a digital projector. The software and PDFs can be accessed through the included CD or as a download. Visit alfred.com or contact your favorite music retailer for more information about Ukulele Explorer.
I'm only one call away.
Gosh, I think that is so fun. Kids are going to really enjoy playing those songs and learning the skills as they do it. Let me set the stage for our next piece. It's been months of waiting for Christmas. The presents are under the tree. The kids are so excited to get to them. And when they are finally able to tear into them, they tear the paper from the bags, ribbons and paper flying through the air, and we have a gift wrap riot. This song is set in the tempo of a traditional hand jive. So if you know the hand jive, some very, very simple choreography is just doing the hand jive along. There is a choreo tracks, which is me teaching you video style complete movements for the entire piece, free for you to use at alfred.com. I invite you to go visit that site and check out. There's a link in your digital packet where you can see me teach the choreography. Let's review together Gift Wrap Riot.
Do you see underneath the Christmas tree? All the presents look so fine. Some are yours and some are mine. Even though they're wrapped like art, soon they will be torn apart. Not to worry or to stress, we're allowed to make a mess. We're allowed to make some noise when we open out the toys. Take the paper in your grip, grab a hold and let it rip. We're having a gift wrap riot, a holiday gift wrap riot. We don't have to keep it quiet when we're having a gift wrap riot. Tear the paper from every box, opening presents really rocks. Grab a gift and give a tear, grab a gift and give a tear. Pitch the paper anywhere, pitch the paper anywhere. Take the tissue from the bags, take the tissue from the bags. Rip the ribbons and the tags, rip the ribbons and the tags. Toss the trimmings in the air, where they land we just don't care. We're having a gift wrap riot, a holiday gift wrap riot. We don't have to keep it quiet when we're having a gift wrap riot. Tear the paper from every box, opening presents really rocks. Tear the paper from every box, opening presents really rocks. We're having a gift wrap riot.
I think that presents an unforgettable moment for holiday performances. It is part of a new musical. If you're looking for something with that much energy and pizzazz, this is a 30-minute new musical called Secret Santa the Musical. It's a choir room Christmas. Now, what that means is your set is nothing but choir risers and a teacher's desk over to the side. We made the music teacher in this script the very, very smart type of music teacher, like most of us are. She analyzes her group as they're rehearsing and preparing for the holiday concert, and she says, we know the words, we know the music, we've got all the rhythms down, everything's right there technically, but it seems to be missing something. The holiday spirit needs to be built up, and she devises a clever activity to build the spirit in her group. Here's more. Secret Santa the Musical, a choir room Christmas by Andy Beck and Brian Fisher, with additional music by Sally Albrecht, Jay Althouse, and Mark Weston.
Good morning, class! It's time to get started. Let's all take our places on the risers.
So, what's the plan today, Miss Myers?
I'd like to practice our opening number.
The spirit of the season?
That's right, Jessie. That's the one.
La 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 la, Santa Claus, la 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 la, deck the halls, la 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 la, shut the malls, la 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 la.
There are only 3 rehearsals until the holiday concert when dedicated choir director Miss Myers hatches a plan to boost the Christmas cheer of her singers. With a little help from their supportive school principal, 6 featured students, plus as many extras as fit on your risers, soon find themselves fully invested in the spirit of the season.
Who put the Christmas presents under the tree? Not me. Who tied the Christmas presents up with a bow? Don't know, last night there were no friends to spy. Now the gifts are piled high. Who put the Christmas presents under the tree?
We're not going to practice our music at all.
Huh? Secret Santa.
Everybody write your name.
Secret Santa.
This is how we're gonna start the game.
Secret Santa.
Fold it up, and after that,
Secret Santa.
put your name into the Santa Claus hat.
Whether I have you or you have me, we're gonna put a Christmas present underneath the Christmas tree. I am heading to the mall, and I've got a lot keep it quiet when we're having a gift wrap riot. Tear the paper from every box, opening presents really rocks.
Straightforward production notes and complete choreography for 7 upbeat original songs lead the way to a festive and heartwarming 30-minute presentation.
We're having a gift wrap riot.
Okay, our next piece was originally written for the Young People's Chorus of New York City. And it's a contemporary pop-influenced arrangement that puts a new spin on a traditional Hanukkah song, Tzur. Matt Pod's gentle piano groove provides a fresh framework for this traditional melody that's familiar to a lot of us. And there's a Hebrew pronunciation and translation guide included in the music. Now, to introduce this piece to your choir, I might start by teaching the first 8 measures of the melody to everyone in unison, which is exactly how the arrangement begins. And then if you skip over to measure 28, you see that that melody is then broken into a sort of echo singing between the 2 parts. So now you've learned 2 sections that the singers can sort of anchor themselves to as they begin learning those harmony parts that go in between. This piece is also available in Smart Music, which is another great way to help your students learn those harmony parts. Let's hear Tzur. Okay, have you ever heard of a bear with wings or a buffalo bison? These are just a couple of the amusing animals that make an appearance in this playful lyrics by A.A. Milne. You might know A.A. Milne better as the author of the Winnie the Pooh books. In Down to the Zoo, Katie O'Connor Valentine has crafted a clever children's choral that's just as pedagogical as it is cute. It's got a lot of great independent counterlines and really logical 2-part harmonies. You'll want your group to perform this with very crisp, clear consonants to make the most of the patter-like words. The soundtrack's accompaniment sounds great and really adds to the fun of this piece. Let's take a trip down to the zoo.
Different kinds of moles, and I think there's a sort of a something which is called a wallaby. But I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. When I went down, when I went down, when I went down, when I went down. But I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. If you try to talk to the bison, he never quite understands. You can't shake hands with a mingo. He doesn't like shaking hands. The lions and roaring tigers, they sing, how do you do? But I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. When I went down, when I went down, when I went down, when I went down. But I gave buns to the elephant when I went down to the zoo. When I went down to the zoo.
I love that at the end. My apologies for any technical issue with my video. Hope you can see me now, but trust that I'm still here and we'll keep going. The composer of our next piece is Andrew Bruhn, and he's been inspired by one of his heroes, Mr. Rogers. Andrew is passionate about the philosophy and impact of Mr. Rogers, and this piece is a tribute to his legacy. It's a sweet and delicate piece with heartfelt lyrics, just like you would expect from a tribute to Mr. Rogers. One kind of cool thing I want to point out about this piece, 143 was a special number to Mr. Rogers. And he said it takes one letter to say I, 4 to say love, and 3 to say you. So with that in mind, Andrew translated that into pitch degrees to get do, fa, mi. And I want you to listen for that pattern to show up in various places throughout the song as we listen to Kindness and Love.
Have you felt kindness? Have you been glad? Can you feel the joy of each new day? Kindness and gladness. someone that you trust, knowing they will help you find your way. Have you felt compassion? Have you been secure? Can you feel the joy of each new day? Kindness and gladness, compassion and joy and love. Kindness and love.
Boy, that is gorgeous. Very, very classy work there, Andrew. And just a touching, heartfelt message, kindness. The world could use more. So it's a rainy day here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was reminded this morning as I took my morning walk with my umbrella of the next song, which I wrote last summer on a rainy day, actually. I guess, am I giving away my age if I say I have a favorite umbrella? I guess that's a thing that only adults of a certain age might possess. Mine has a little flaw, though. It's developing a hole in it, so I do get little drips now and then. I wrote this song as an ode to that favorite umbrella of mine, and I had a lot of fun coming up with the rhymes. I decided to challenge myself to get real creative, like, how can I rhyme with umbrella? Well, the color yellow. I call it a great little fella. I say it's got style like Cinderella. In Rome, they say che bella, which means so beautiful. And there's even a private joke at the end for the singers. The piano stops playing and we're singing it a cappella, another rhyme. So this has a big sense of humor in it. Now, look at the first syllable of the word umbrella. When people say they're typically thinking of something, right? So I decided to play with that a little bit. And each time the refrain is coming back, the gets hummed just a little longer. And that's a fun place for the singers to pretend they're thinking of the next clever rhymes. And it takes a little longer to think of those rhymes each time. So the gets longer and longer. Now, one other thing I want to say, if you have never seen umbrellas as part of choreography, first of all, you got to go find Singing in the Rain. It's a beautiful number, but they work so well, and it's an easy prop to bring to your stage. I don't have this specifically choreographed, but I have some ideas. So I'm talking about regular full-size umbrellas where you, on one button, they pop open. You could take quite a long time with certain parts of the choir, like these guys open, then these guys open 2 bars later, then these folks open 2 bars later, and it could take 16 bars of that till all the umbrellas are up. I gave this a waltz feel, so a nice little sway 2, 3, sway 2, 3. Once everybody's opened up, that's a nice effect. You could count off by 1s and 2s and go high and low with these umbrellas. The audience always goes ooh, ah at that one. And then, of course, the most traditional one. I think during the verses, I would turn my umbrellas forward and just do a nice little slow spin. I hope you find some laughs in the umbrella.
Umbrella,
Yeah, I guess I've been around elementary and middle school students too long. My sense of humor is certainly getting warped. But how fun that will be to sort of challenge your group to hold those ums and show off their breath capacity. Now on to something just a little more serious. The next piece is called Each and Every One. This was a commission for a group in Evanston, Illinois. They wanted a piece that was really talking about the topic of diversity, equality, and inclusion. This is an easy topic, I think, for choral directors, because we have always welcomed all different types of people to our choral risers, and we've always valued that the different voices really only add more beauty to our sound. My text, Each and Every One, tries to send the message that we all do have value and we're all part of this larger tapestry of music. I can kind of picture this as a virtual choir. One vocal part is seen on the screen with certain faces. A secondary vocal part with something quite independent comes on with slightly different looking faces. Eventually, I divide your two-part choir into 4 independent lines, very easy to sing. They're all very tuneful. And the more differences that enter for this song, the more beauty is created. Let's review. And there's just a little bit of symbolism in that final unison that we all come together as one. I'm going to turn it back to Krista for a couple of final notes as we approach the end of our session this morning.
Thanks, Andy. Yes, just a couple of notes before our last piece. First is a link to a quick survey. We would really love to hear from you about today's session, and we're really interested to know what you would like to see included in future elementary reading sessions. Next, I want to draw your attention to some important links in that digital packet. First, there is a link to the Pender's order form. Please click on that and order all of your choral music and resources that you learned about today from Pender's. Many thanks to Pender's for hosting our celebration of song reading session today. Then some links. Oh, sorry, Andy.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Just some links for additional shopping if you want to check out our new 2021 choral releases and classroom catalog. Check those out there. Yes, there is more music that we didn't present that's new, and you should definitely check that out.
Thank you. And I do want to remind you that Sing-a-bration continues a little bit later today. If you are a middle school choral director, please tune in at 11 a.m. Central Time. Completely different literature that we've picked out for middle school, and then we'll follow up with high school at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. We do hope you'll tune in for that. And this brings me to our finale. I thought we would think about the end of year where it's time to say goodbye and remember the special times we shared and the friends we made. And this is a beautiful song by John Florio called I'll Remember You. I had the honor of arranging the piece with a very simple piano part that provides just the amount of support that your singers need for singing in two parts. Here's I'll Remember You.
I'll remember all the things that we've been through, all the good times and the bad times, all the days you carried me through. In the sunshine, in the rain, you were always true, always true. I'll remember, yes, I'll remember you. I'll remember all the things that we've been through, all the good times and the bad times, all the days you carried me through. In the sunshine, in the rain, you were always true, were always true. I'll remember, yes, I'll remember you. I'll remember you, for the things you do,
Well, we thank you so much for being with us this morning. Krista, thank you for being part of our presentation today.
Thank you. Had a great time.
Yeah, and I just want to say, in case you're not tuning in later today, I am so excited for what's to come this year. Like I said earlier, I think we're going to get back to a new normal that resembles the old normal that we have missed for so long. So have a great time.
And possibly even better.
Yes, that's exactly right. Have a great time regathering, rebuilding, regrouping with your singers. And remember, Alfred Music is here with you. Reach out if there's anything we can do.
Thank you. Bye.